'Cause I remember, like, when you were living with us on the couch, like, it would be like Sunday night, we're watching Entourage or whatever.
Yeah, yes.
And
Yeah, it was always Entourage.
yeah, and like everybody's like, all right, we got to catch up on this. But now it's all streaming. So it's like, we'll knock them all out this afternoon and then be done.
The analysis or choice paralysis, or whatever they call it. Like you just, you
Paralysis
have
by analysis.
yeah, something like that. Analysis.
I think it's exactly what I just said. But
Too many choices.
something like that.
Well, you said paralysis by analysis.
Yeah.
I think it's analysis paralysis. So that's why I said something like that. Just flip the word order. But I'm not sure. That's why I
Just
said
never
I think.
heard it said that way.
It's got to be Yearable.
That's when the horrors come in.
Welcome to our Film Fathers podcast, the definitive podcast about fatherhood, film, and fatherhood in film. This is Jelani, and with me as always are a guy sitting alone in his room all day, naked, wearing only a cock ring, and a guy who used to masturbate constantly, Martin and Brady.
I'm sick of being ashamed. I don't mind being dejected and rejected, but I'm not going to be ashamed about it. At least pain is real. I mean, you look around and you see nothing is real, but at least the pain is real.
There's something I got to tell you. I was a geek in high school. I had really short hair. I played Dungeons and Dragons. I had a bug collection. I ate my boogers. My name's not Chaz. It's Chester. And I understand if you don't love me anymore.
This week, we're turning up the dial and diving into two cult favorites that crank up the volume on rebellion and rock and roll. Pump Up the Volume and Airheads. Both movies live in the world of radio, one through a pirate broadcast shaking up suburbia, the other through a chaotic station takeover by a band just trying to get heard. With two movies that capture the angst and the raw emotion of youth in the early 90s, while also leaning into the absurd. Each movie explores the power of the airwaves, to inspire, to disrupt, and to give a voice to those who feel ignored. What station are we listening to?
Dude, the streak of Martin movies continues. But this one, I hope you guys actually appreciate both of these. This was your idea.
I was going to say, I actually contributed to the idea. I saw TikTok a week ago or so that it was 35 years to the day
1990
of Pump Up the Volume coming out, and I think I knew you had said it at some point that you'd like to do it, and listening to the audio, and him talking as Harry.
Harry Hardon?
Happy Harry Hardon. And talking about how, like, America everything's falling apart and all this thing. And I'm just like, Jesus, like, how prescient for the times that we're in right now. And I was like, okay, I think I actually am, and we should watch it. What I didn't know is what you wanted to watch it with.
Yeah, I think you said that we need to pair it with something. I'm like, Airheads.
Amazing.
You were like, done.
Yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie. And
I love Airheads.
Yeah,
too.
I watched it a bunch when I was younger.
I think that it was a really good pairing. Especially there was a lot of parallels between the two. Although the one thing that I have to give credit to Airheads over Pump Up the Volume is just better choreography. Like, if you're going to have people dancing, like, actually have them dance. Like, I don't know what they think they were doing in Arizona in 1990, but that's not dancing.
It was like a precursor. You got to remember, this was before Nirvana's Nevermind. It was before, like, grunge really hit. So they were still kind of, like, we said it's the 90s, but that was still kind of 80s-ish, It was, like, just starting to come out. But this is, like, the most Gen X movie, I think, of all time. Like, it's just so, like, we don't know what we're upset about, and this high school is bad. But, like, they didn't really know that the principal, I don't know.
There were bad things going on.
Yeah.
They weren't connected to that. They had their normal amount of teenage angst,
just normal
and a radio station.
Yeah.
My question is, Martin, did you see this and try to start a radio station?
I mean, I would have loved to, yeah, but like, I don't think any dad would get him that good equipment,
that
right?
much
Like,
equipment and not know what's going on.
A shortwave, like a CB radio, is very different.
To talk to his friends back home.
And he would never do that either. Like, he's a smart man who knows
Right.
that you're not going to be able.
You
to
can't just lock your door and let your son be down there for hours on end and not
But yeah,
know
it
what's
takes
going on.
it takes a lot to broadcast on an FM radio station. So this, I don't know. I didn't look into it, but I don't think this is at all reality. But no, I mean, I do say that this movie probably did have an influence on me wanting to be on the air. I mean, I can't.
I believe it.
Before, if you'd asked me, I wouldn't have said it before. But now watching it again, I'm like, yeah, I think this definitely had that and Back to the Future. Watching Marty McFly play guitar when you want to play guitar too.
All right.
So
your
there
inspo.
you go. Yeah.
I think it was very funny that he mixed up his call signs when he was on doing the radio. He gave WKPX was his call sign, which in Arizona would not be a valid call sign 'cause it was on the other side of the Mississippi.
Oh, it would be,
starts with a K.
Yeah,
It would have been KKPX.
Right.
Interesting, yeah.
Which
didn't put two and two together there.
What's the radio station in Airheads? I think it is KKPX.
Something like that.
Or KPPX?
KPPX, maybe? Yeah.
Something close.
Yeah.
So, that's a nerd point.
KPPX.
KPPX. Okay. So we were
It
getting
was
there.
Rebel Radio 103.3.
Rebel Radio. Joe Montana.
Dude. All right, hold on. Let's stay on Pump Up the Volume
All right.
before we get to
Did you-
Airheads, but-
Fine.
Did you recognize the brand of turntables he had in Pump Up the
Ooh.
Volume?
Sure. Did he have if it's too loud, you're too old poster or sign
I did
somewhere
not
in the
see
room?
the poster.
I don't know.
I want to go back because I tried looking it up and I couldn't. But I swear, because when I heard it in Airheads too, I was like, I think those were in that line was in both movies. I don't think they said it, but I think there was a poster or one of the things up in his basement. Very cool basement, man.
Yeah. It's a lot of space, a lot of stuff.
Just a cool setup. Cool to do. I mean, he just was
How about the man rocking a wireless mic back in 1990?
right. Yeah, just so he can walk around, in his basement, flip
wherever.
it up. Yeah,
Flip the switches,
and
playing,
then light up a cigarette. Oh man, so cool.
drinking his beers, aka Diet Pepsis.
Can't talk to girls though.
No, complete nerd. Can't say anything.
How do I know the girl?
Samantha Mathis.
Yeah.
I think she's been in stuff.
Super Mario Brothers.
She
What?
is
Really?
Daisy in Super Mario Brothers.
Like which one? Like the
the
Leguizamo?
1993 one.
oh, like that one. I want to say she was in like some kind of Wonderful or one of those 80s, 90s.
I
movies.
looked through it and
This
I'm
was
like,
her. This was her debut.
debut,
and she
Yeah.
looks so, and she was like dating Slater at the time.
okay.
And she's also in 3 different Slater movies.
I mean,
Broken Arrow is
Broke-
what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that for sure.
Travolta.
Howie
wrong.
Long?
I was wrong about Some Kind of Wonderful. She's not in that. I don't know.
I
I
just
thought there was another 80s movie.
think she
or 90s
looks-
movie, but...
Familiar, non-black hair.
Yeah.
Oh, The Thing Called Love is what I meant to say, not Some Kind of Wonderful. But this is, but you wouldn't have seen that because that's Sandra Bullock's in it. But it's River Phoenix and Dermot Mulroney,
Not Dylan McDermott.
not Dylan McDermott. And
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I definitely know her. And to be honest, it's probably from this because I saw this a ton when I was
Yeah.
younger. But as I saw her actual picture, I was like, "Fuck, I know her from somewhere," but I don't.
what was her? The letter writer? What was her name? What do they call her? Lady something.
I don't know. She
I don't
had the
remember.
pink letters,
I don't
right?
know if there was a
red
full
ones.
actual name.
Yeah. I think it's also
He referred to her as something, but I don't know that was like a name per
Okay,
se.
got it.
give him credit for the alliteration, Happy Harry Hard On, which is for Hubert
Yeah.
Hubert H. Humphreys.
The school.
Nice, good
HH.
call.
Do you know
out.
what the
Yep.
H is for? The middle H?
Harry.
Harold.
Horatio.
Horatio.
Philip Brady has a Harold middle name.
Philip Harold Brady.
Yeah.
It's a good, solid name.
PHB.
Better than GHB.
How would you know?
Points off for the school hacking on my boy Donald. Just out there trying to be a hustler, selling tapes, trying to make a little cash. And they're just taking all his stuff, getting him suspended, whatever. Get out of here.
Unnecessary.
For real. He didn't make the broadcast.
Let the boy live.
He just copied it and sold it to the masses. But he knew what the people wanted.
That's great. But yeah, he gone.
Yeah.
They're not letting it slide.
So I have not seen this.
This is your first
Oh,
time?
This
wow.
was my first time seeing it.
So, yeah, it's a little rough, right? It's not a great movie by any means.
No, but I
you
mean,
enjoyed it still. That's nice.
I did enjoy it. There were parts. It was a shock to see Seth Green.
Yeah,
I wasn't
dude.
sure if it was because it really almost didn't look
It's
like him.
so close to not being him that you can buy into it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely him.
Definitely
Yeah,
him.
for
Yeah.
sure. But it still had a lot of the like 80s, 90s tropes of, you want the dream girl is the rich girl that nobody can talk to or everybody like tries to, and then
Puts
he's
her
like,
pearls in her microwave.
right. But then he's like, that's not the one who, he really wants to, he really should connect with. It's the one that is in his class and knows that he's the weirdo, and he finally like realizes that. I also felt like this was kind of like a precursor to Loveline and the call-in radio shows like that, because
Delilah.
yeah,
I love Delilah. I think that's probably like a surprising thing about me. But I don't know. I'll put
What's
I'll
Delilah?
listen. Oh, you don't know? You don't even know what that is? She's on here. I mean, it's nationally syndicated. I think it's on Light FM or whatever, 93.9 locally.
I did not know that.
But she just was always like,
a subtle voice
yeah,
over the radio.
It's like ASMR before ASMR was a thing, and just plays like people calling with their like love requests and like play me something that makes me feel better, and then she'll play like The Wind Beneath My Wings or or Whitney Houston or something. So
a little John Tesh radio.
So yeah, I love Delilah. It's soothing, but yes, I know what you're saying. Yeah, call in with your problems.
Call in with your problems and tell like what's going on, and then talk about it. And then I think you have these kids who are calling in, and some of them are just being silly, like the two girls that were calling in, and then you got the kid who was like seriously wanted some advice or whatever, and he's
It's rough.
like, you can't put that on another kid, like to think about that, but they've learned from that. We've learned from that, hopefully, and like you listen to people, right? And I think that's part of what it was that kind of helped drive him forward, was he was just out there saying things and people were like listening, like, oh, I relate to that, like, whether it's actually happening to you or not, or you see some part of yourself in what he's saying.
That's what and that's why I say this is like the most Gen X movie that could be, because it's just, they're like the forgotten generation. Like they always joke about how latchkey kids, they had commercials on TV at the time. It's like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Because parents just let their kids do whatever they wanted. They had no idea what their kids were doing. So I feel like that's what these kids are. They didn't have therapy. They didn't quite have like the drugs that kids have these days. So it's like things went, I mean, when I say drugs, I mean like ADHD,
Prescriptions.
prescription drugs and things like that. And, weren't in touch with their feelings or whatever, but so they just kind of had a lot of teen angst to let out there.
I think he was also way smarter than he let on, right? Because obviously you have to be intelligent, not only to set up the whole radio station, but then also to set it up and make it mobile.
Yeah. They show him soldering.
Yeah, like solder.
Totally normal stuff.
We tried to solder my buddy's Dreamcast freshman year, and I think we burned the hell out of it.
He's a New Jersey guy though, so or from out east. So.
From out east, yes, exactly. Did you recognize the English teacher?
She looked familiar, but I wouldn't know from what.
Suddenly Seymour. She's Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors.
So she had the high voice in that, right?
Yeah.
That was her. What's the actress's name? Do you know?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you off.
Something,
I'll pull it up, but
but yeah, she did. She looked very familiar. Oh, actually, was she in Nightmare on Elm Street too?
oh, that's possible.
I'm gonna look that up. But who I did recognize was
What's her last name?
the FCC.
Oh yeah, the FCC chair came out, and you were like, "Pretty
Teen
sure,
Wolf.
Teen Wolf, right. Teen Wolf Dad."
And that was a little corny when he's just like in the limo and they're all like rocking it. He's just like, "Get me out of here." So like parts like that are like kind of weird, but yeah, it's an enjoyable movie, and I like Christian Slater.
It was fun to
Liked him
go
in the
back.
90s.
Like I said, I've watched this numerous times.
So okay, my question to you guys, because you've seen this multiple times:
Yeah,
does he go to jail for criminal? Is there anything
He
criminal?
has to.
I mean the FCC violation alone, like just swearing,
It's federal.
And they have tapes of everything, so it's not like someone just calling in and saying what they heard. Like everyone's taping it, so yeah.
He'd have to. There's no doubt he would go to jail. I think. I would
Yeah.
agree.
And then does he get
Does she
sued
go-
for the kid's death?
I mean, I don't know if they did that kind of
yeah, that was
stuff back
that was
then. But
this day and age.
maybe.
100p. Like,
Yeah.
he's getting sued, and the parents and everyone
Right.
for not knowing, for buying that all that equipment in the first place.
They contributed to the delinquency of a minor.
I mean, but that's the whole idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I do think there's there's plenty of corollaries. It's crazy for being 35 years old. I saw something where I think Ebert didn't love it right away, but then came around and was like, "I don't know how all teenagers aren't watching this and like it's made for them."
Yeah.
And for it not to have been, it didn't do well, I think, at the box office is why. So it was, I think they were
that's surprising to me.
dissecting a little bit. And look, I didn't see it in the notes. I didn't remember like what it came out up against or, that type of thing. Like it could have got lost at the time. But for me, I remember like vividly watching this when it came on HBO or whatever we had. And it was, you couldn't do it much better.
Can we talk about the music a little bit? Did you guys
Everybody
No, I thought that was funny because I'm like Leonard Cohen, peak coolness in 1990, But I do like Leonard Cohen, but I wouldn't think that they played it a bunch.
They did play it a bunch. I wouldn't have thought it would have been his intro every time, but it was. Yeah. But even the soundtrack, on top of that, like I was surprised to see White Zombie as the band playing at the
in Airheads.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
Airheads.
that is Airheads. You're jumping ahead.
I am jumping.
So I had
Get there.
questions about
But
that.
they had the other song was they had the slow version of Wave of Mutilation by Pixies, which was Pixies were not a huge band and
No, not
in
at all.
1990, so that was
A deep pull.
a deep pull. Yeah,
I heard of
appreciate
them,
it.
but I don't know about the rest of
When
you.
you were 9, you knew the Pixies.
I was 7. So.
When you were 7, yeah. But I knew I knew the song at that point. But yeah, it was again. It wasn't until Nirvana became huge with Nevermind that they came out and said like basically our songs are like Pixie songs, that everyone kind of went back and like listened to them. So yeah, it was good for them for having some good music in there. And I think he had a Soundgarden tape in there and some other stuff if you look in the beginning.
There was a Soundgarden because that's.
And I love
one
that
of the
there were like tapes that he bought. There were definitely mixtapes,
mixtapes
stuff that he had
made,
written
that he
out,
pulled
Like,
off the radio.
It felt very authentic in that sense.
Yeah.
Played a little Beastie Boys.
Yep. That one, I knew it resonated.
Well, I mean, he's from back east, so that's
That's fair.
homegrown for him. I just thought it was funny how often like the kids had like boom boxes in class. Like they had them in shop and then they had them at lunch.
I say even at their little outdoor gathering place, they
Dancing
like,
is a-
let
is a
them do what
privilege.
they wanted. Yeah, and then it was like, we're taking this away. It's like,
These kids are going crazy. It's like nowadays, I don't know. I feel like
devil's music.
it's like Footloose vibes, right?
Very.
Yeah.
Leaping and dancing before the Lord.
I will say though, like as I was watching this, I was thinking back to like the rise of like podcasts. Like this is pirate radio,
Yeah.
right? Like you don't have to have a shortwave radio, right? You can just put a podcast out and put it and distribute it, and people who
And no
want to
one will
listen to
listen
it,
then.
right? They can listen to it, right, if they want to. But yeah, it's just another way to like get your voice out there, get your thoughts, and again, people don't have to agree with it, but they also don't have to listen to it. They could just turn it off. And then it was just, as you're watching all the different people listen to it and how they all consumed it, you had the girls listening to it in their bedroom, and you had the guys that would like go out to the fields and listen to it because like that's where we get the best reception. Which, if that's where you got the best reception, why is everybody able to like listen in their rooms?
Right.
Like, it seems like it was pretty powerful station he was getting out there anyway.
There's a little inconsistency.
Well, I mean, in the advanced tech, like he's running a phone line through the
I
neighbor's tool shed, which was admittedly pretty close, actually. Feels like
to his house.
Any house within 1,000 feet of here.
It's like
let's try that one.
I think it's that one with the light with that massive antenna.
Or is that part of the pirate like aspect of radio? Like he was piggybacking on somebody else's signal, like he had hijacked a station or something like that.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I don't
what I'm
know
saying.
how
Like, you would have had to have any kind of any kind of range, but
He should have been with Matthew Broderick playing war games.
yeah, right. And I really don't see how it's possible to be broadcasting on
FM.
on FM from a car. Like I don't know. We'll have to look into it, see if it works.
It can be done.
We'll take the podcast on the road, broadcast live.
What now?
But let's advance a couple of years.
Yeah.
Get to Airheads.
Only 4. It
Yeah.
feels like,
Man.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like a totally different
Felt like a
Totally.
jump.
vibe, right? Yeah.
It could have been 10. Like
Yeah.
it's a big jump.
80s to 90s for sure.
I gotta think I've seen this 25 plus times.
Oh,
I mean,
I've definitely not seen it that much.
Oh,
but I love it.
a ton.
The first time I saw it, I was like, how did I not hear more about this?
watched it a ton. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I don't think I ever saw Buscemi younger. I think maybe the first time I saw Buscemi was Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
And so that was 95
No, Reservoir Dogs is...
or 90.
It's before 93, at least.
Is it?
So
But like he looks
92.
Okay. He looks spry in this.
He does.
He looks
Yeah, he
healthy.
looks good, man. The long hair suits him.
Yeah, long hair. It looked like he had a little meat on his bone. He didn't look so skinny.
He's no Pip, but
So yeah, that was funny. And then also, I mean, we'll get to it, but Chris Farley just showing up on screen was hilarious.
Guys. And it wasn't identical, but it was close. You know what I'm gonna say? The quote.
to Wayne's World. Oh no,
To Billy Madison.
He says, "Good, great, wonderful,
Wonderful.
fantastic." that whole thing was cleaned up a little bit and brought back in Billy Madison.
I think he's a security guard in Wayne's World or something at one of the
Yeah, he
clubs,
is.
too. Yeah, so that's what I thought you were going to say.
He does. He also does security at the Woodstock event in Wayne's
in Wayne's
2?
Wayne, yeah, Wayne's World. 2,
I think.
Yeah. What?
That's where he goes. Check 2. This is one of his randoms.
He's just so funny.
Improvise. I like remembered that scene as soon as it started happening. I was like, oh, he's about to yank that dude's nipple ring out. I'm like, I remember this.
This was clearly inspired by Die Hard, right?
I saw it in the notes, so I think there's no arguing it.
Are you just asking, or do you see that?
Oh, the parallels were unbelievable.
The guy in the vent.
The guy in the vent,
The
black
guy meaning Kramer.
Kramer in the
Kramer.
vent, the black cop that pulls up to the scene, the building in the background behind them,
Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson, the building that they're standing in front of, the like
It's a
office
Nakatomi.
building, is like a mini Nakatomi.
I didn't make the connection.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
So you
it was
said-
all.
I didn't either. Like watching it, I read it afterwards, and then I started to.
But yeah, I can get there.
It was all there. The SWAT team coming in, and they're upset that the SWAT team's there and taking over.
I mean, talk about another movie that's had a ton of influence is Die Hard. So for sure, yeah.
And then the Beavis and Butthead cameo.
Out of
I mean,
nowhere.
I totally forgot about that, and I was like, are someone trying, like, in this universe, the Beavis and Butthead exist and they know what they're doing, or is it? Are they playing like themselves? And they try to play that off.
They
I
just-
didn't
it was
remember
such
that
a
part.
random throw in.
Yeah. And because it's Mike Judge, it sounded perfect, and you're
Yeah.
just like, okay, this is great. But I loved I love them going to the station, like finding a way to get in, and then Joe Mantegna being there and like again playing good music through the speakers, like letting people know, like mixing it up, fighting against Michael McKean, right?
Michael McKean.
And his transition over to easy listening.
You know what it is? Everyone is cast perfectly.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
For like a comedy, you don't always get that, and we've talked about it with some of these horror movies where
You got Ellie Bartlett as Susie.
yeah, it took me a second. I was like, how do I know her? And then
Same.
as soon as I saw it, yeah, it's
Same.
Ellie Bartlett from The West Wing.
West Wing.
And did you guys recognize Kayla, Amy Locane?
I didn't. I looked her up and saw she was in School Ties and saw she
That's
was
not what I was thinking.
in something else, but I don't remember.
But bring it back to Seinfeld. Melrose Place.
Oh. Oh.
Did you guys not watch Melrose Place?
I did.
Oh,
I just don't.
You just don't remember it.
I remember Billy and Heather
Yeah.
Locklear and
Well, she was
the
she was
redhead
other
from
one.
Iowa City.
Redhead.
I can't remember her name.
Courtney Thornton.
No.
No.
Redhead. That's
Redhead. Yeah.
Sydney?
Sydney, yeah.
Yeah.
The crazy
her name,
one.
Her name was Sydney.
Oh, that Michael. He's just so smart. Why does it all come back to Seinfeld this episode? We got
It
Kramer.
all comes back to Seinfeld.
But yeah, I think the main three, like you said, Buscemi, Brendan Fraser. I don't think Brendan Fraser has ever been better, in my opinion. I know people say he's great in The Whale recently now, and he's
1A,
making a
1B.
comeback. What is that?
The Whale.
1A,
and
1B.
1A, 1B.
Those are his two best films.
You
I don't know that movie.
oh my God.
Wow.
You said you've never seen him be better. And you're like, except the other movie. I said, oh, so it's 1A and 1B. They're like right next to each other.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Let's mark that. That was
Sorry.
about 3 minutes.
Sorry,
people.
listeners. Here I thought I was
Brady's
tired.
the really tired one.
Just going straight over the
Remember the one who
Right
was
over the dome.
medicated and doing his best at the moment.
Anyway, Chris Farley, Kalo's perfect. Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler, and Buscemi, I think, is just a great trio.
There's an
I don't know
argument
why
that
they
Michael
don't-
Richards is perfect.
Yeah,
What do you want more from that guy?
that's what I'm saying. And Judd Nelson, I think,
Played the douche.
yeah, played the douche executive. Jimmy Wing should have been Jimmy Wang.
Yeah, but you know,
No, I'm kidding.
are they just? they're-
It's like it's kind of like it's cameos. I
No,
think, a
no,
little
I
bit.
know, right? It's good that part. I just you got people running out. David Arquette is running out of the
Yeah,
building.
even him, he was
I know,
perfect.
out of nowhere.
Better than Dewey in Scream movies.
I can
I'll tell you
remember.
that.
I can tell you, I don't remember that he was in it. Like
I did not at all.
when I saw him
Yeah.
again, I was like, oh, obviously David Arquette. And I suppose at that point, we just maybe didn't know who he was
Right.
enough, or at least not enough to know. But
But you had Alan Covert,
yeah,
Harold Ramis.
yep, one of two Ghostbusters.
Least believable cop ever.
I love that he had the test for him though.
Yeah. the
What
test
side
is
did
so
you
good.
take on Van Halen and Roth?
Unfortunately, I do take the
Van
Van Halen
Van Halen's
side.
like, he's a cop.
Because it's Eddie. Because I take Eddie's side over Eddie. Eddie can do whatever he wants. He's the band. So and I like him better than Roth. But the second one is great. And Lemmy made a
cameo?
A cameo, yeah. He was a guy in
I
the crowd.
only know it from the notes.
Yeah. And Kurt Loder made a cameo as well. Who else do we have? Real life. Rob. You said Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie, which when I saw it, the band was White Zombie.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know
Which
was
is the band.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we listened to them in high school football for sure. Those
Yeah,
are
you
Metallica
put on
Black
More Human
Album,
Than Human.
and yeah,
But I always thought it was just Rob Zombie was the band.
lead singer of White
No, yeah.
Zombie.
Yeah, White Zombie, and then he went solo or whatever with Rob Zombie. Not his real name, I don't think.
What? That's not on the birth certificate?
1A, 1B.
I'm not following.
I have one Tate technicality.
Surprise.
Hot sauce and the guns?
No, not the hot sauce and the guns.
Those will never hold up. You'll never get that out.
It was the Game Gear. That thing doesn't last that whole hostage negotiation standoff. That thing burns out and like she's done playing with it at the desk. It lasted that, and then you got to go find 80 batteries to fill it back up.
Did that take actual batteries?
Yeah, 6 AA batteries.
That's so stupid. Why would they ever do that?
because it was the
Did
90s.
Game Boy with batteries too?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of forgot that. Why? In my mind, like you could recharge it.
No, that Game Gear was in color, sound, everything. That
Yeah.
thing ate through batteries like a Langolier.
Oh,
Very nice.
Oh.
Deep pull.
You don't say.
So yeah, that was my technicality because there's no way Arquette would have been playing it at that point.
So Rob Zombie's real name is Rob Cummings. I never knew that. Never looked it up. I don't know how.
AKA Happy Harry
I
Hardman.
don't think that came up for me.
Also, when she throws the chair through the window,
Yeah, that wouldn't.
it doesn't destroy everything. Unless if it was wet, right?
Also, you can't break that. That's probably unbreakable. Which brings me back
Soundproof?
to weapons. When we talked about weapons, those kids were just going through that glass
Oh.
like nothing and breaking through like double paned,
Yeah.
sliding glass doors. There's no way.
This
There's
is
no
double
way.
pane soundproof glass.
Protect.
Ah.
I do that every time I slide the door. Colin can do the whole speech. I'm proud of him. Yeah,
Nice.
It's good. It's nice. It's a nice one.
Speaking of soundproofing, was their entire apartment soundproofed? Buscemi's? It looked like it was.
It had like the
It had like
egg
the
crates.
egg crates all over, and then like the foam padding on.
Pretty shitty looking apartment.
Oh, it was terrible. But he was like, probably because they wanted to rock out,
Yeah.
didn't want to. They were courteous
the
of their
neighbors.
neighbors.
I got to tell you, the song isn't bad.
Real song.
Degenerated.
Degenerated is actual song by 1980s punk group Reagan Youth.
Yeah.
Reagan Youth.
Okay. Like, did they write it for the movie?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh.
My understanding is
Then that I guess that's
It
why
just
it's
was
not
a
a
hit
bad song.
song. It
Because I
was-
thought they wrote it for. I'm like for in terms of like we've talked about this before. Like the guy who says the Fochella thing. Like what's your favorite fake band or like fake song?
Yeah.
And I think this one might be right up there. Other than Scotty Doesn't Know, which is always the
Scotty doesn't.
yeah the best fake band or fake song from a movie.
It plays at any time of day.
But
know.
yes, I think Degenerated is pretty good. For the Lone Rangers, I love that. Kurt Loder's like, you can't pluralize the Lone. I'm not following you.
Even the way he says it, the Lone Rangers.
Actually, I think one of the only that I actually laughed out loud because I watched it by myself. Was when Pip when he was chanting Rodney King, and then Pip goes, "He's that guy." It's the stupidest thing. I don't know. It made me laugh.
People end up still there in jail.
The grossest part in the whole movie was when Michael McKean's trapped in the closet and he tries to open the door with his mouth.
But actually worked.
it was
Yeah.
disgusting. I was like, I'm out.
Just the door.
Better
handle.
Call Saul vibes. It's just can't use anything else. Put the curtains up.
Yeah.
So gross. So gross.
I don't disagree with you.
Spinal Tap 2's coming out. Is it out already?
God, I don't know.
I don't.
I'm
I
out.
don't think I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, but
It had its run. It had its chance.
Yeah.
Don't need to go back to it.
but the soundtrack was pretty good here too. Anytime there's a replacement song, I'm happy, and they had "Unsatisfied" playing through, which is one of my favorites by them. I kind of forgot that it was in the movie. What else? Were there other songs that you guys know? Actually, that was the only one. Really. So maybe the soundtrack's not.
I
that
mean,
great,
all my
but-
songs are on the reel to reel, so I can't do anything else with it. But was that you were in the sales department? So did you ever get to go into the booth at XRT?
Yeah,
just like
couple-
sit in.
A couple times, yeah. I mean, and you could definitely, see back there, and they would always. It was fun. It was fun being in a radio station because they would play the music so loud too in the studio. Like the DJs just loved it.
Yeah.
They just you could tell they loved the music. They were picking out the songs.
I mean, you would hope.
Well, I mean, a lot of stuff is programmed. Like you can't really. It's
Yeah.
just top 40, so you're literally playing 40 songs over and over again. There's no
Yeah.
selection.
Yeah.
There's
The
no choice.
flaw of radio.
Yeah, but at XRT still to this day they still pick. Obviously they have ones that are on the playlist that new songs that they have to play, but they do get like a wild card every couple of songs that they get to just throw in whatever, and you'll hear. That's why I go back and I listen to it now. You have satellite radio, you have every song you ever want on Spotify. You could pick hand select any playlist, but sometimes you just want someone else to pick it for you and be surprised. So I've gone back to radio. It's funny. I was just saying today, like I'm very analog these days.
I think the funniest thing about radio is, so my sister she was interviewing Mike Love and the Diz on WGCI.
I'm the Diz.
And so we went
I'm
down
the Wiz.
and we sat in with them on a show. And it's exactly like you said. It was all pre-programmed, but then you got to hear, like, while the music is playing and while you guys are listening to it on the radio, that's when they're doing all the interviews. So they can make sure that if they need to dump something, they can dump it and they can edit and whatever. And it was just funny to, like, see that, because it's like, oh, this is, like, it's all, like, it's a performance,
Yeah.
right? Even the DJs are performing because they're, like, getting everything set up. They're doing, they're doing the birthday song, they're doing whatever. And then that goes out. And then they queue up the songs on for the radio to play, and they punch them in the computer or whatever. Or back in the day, they'd actually pick them. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot that still goes into making a radio show happen. And so, if these guys were actually coming into Crash, they'd have to like work around it. And they kind of got into it after a while. They were kind of like hosting the show themselves. Like, he's having to interview them and say like, what would you want? What do you need?
What you need to
That's
do.
why I like that Joe Mantegna. Like he knew kind of that it was something interesting, something different. So he's like spun that mic around, and then once they have the guns on you, it's like, hey, we can get away with swearing. So he starts swearing on them. So it's like at this point, it's all bets are off. Like you don't have the FCC violations on there because you're just trying to. Hey, I was under duress. I was just trying to survive. I was trying to keep them happy, keep them placated. So let's just go and do what we got to do. But.
They wouldn't have survived once they went outside the station, though.
No.
Obviously, the cops would have shot them.
Would have just shot him.
Yeah.
That would have been the end of it.
I like when Dewey, David Arquette was trying to get back in. He's like, I was having a blast. Let me back in. Oh, you should have escaped then. It's just a fun movie.
Yes.
Totally. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
When I watched it, I was like, oh boy, here we go. This is not going to be what I want. No, it's totally everything I wanted to be and more.
Yeah.
That's
still
good.
did. As always, we could just put out a podcast of Brady farting on a snare drum. But he says he ain't farting on a snare drum. Thanks, and go to bed.